Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it is time for today's Make It Monday event featuring Sizzix. I have got a bundle that is close to $100. One bundle close to $100, but the Make It Monday price is $19.99. Some people are like, is she for real? Does she really mean that? Oh, she does. And if you are watching me during the premiere of today's class, that would be 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Look at the live chat. For those of you SMS peeps who are regs on Monday, hello everybody. Can you post, she really means it? It really is $19.99. No little small print that you have to read. No, nothing more than the truth. Because today's bundle is super fun. It is from Sizzix. It is value priced. And while it might not be the most current product from Sizzix, at this price you will consider it some of your most favorite product. I have got dies and an embossing folder. We are going to make something because I can't call it a Make It Monday event and not make anything, right? I have got beautiful samples to show you. A stack this high of finished samples to show you when I get to the end of today's class. And when does the sale start? When does the event begin? Well, closer to the end of this video, I will say ready, set, go. And when I do that, that means that I have turned all the product on in our Make It Monday category at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, or you are welcome to shop in our retail store. We have all the product here in our brick and mortar small mom and pop retail store in Canyon Country, California. Now, if you are not watching this on the premiere day, which is a Monday, it is possible that when I say ready, set, go, I said it 4 days ago, and we may be already sold out of the product. So remember, Make It Mondays premiere on Monday. So if you're watching this on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, the event has already started, and my ready, set, go doesn't mean anything because the product is already online and available for you to purchase. Now, if you want this order expedited, all we ask is that you read the little terms and conditions inside the Make It Monday category. It kind of gives you an idea of how to get your order the fastest. Not that it's going to cost you any more. There's nothing special about it, but if you follow the little terms and conditions, it means we can ship it to you sooner. And that is always a wahoo kachoo. So for today, I'm gonna walk you through the product. I'm gonna show you everything in the bundle. I'm gonna make something. Actually, I was gonna make two things, but I don't know that I'll have time. I played with two different things, but we'll see what I get done. And then closer to the end, you will hear me say, ready, set, go. And that means I have clicked all the product on, and it is available in our retail store and online store for you to just take advantage of a $19.99 holy smokes artichokes deal from Sizzix. Are we all ready to go? It's a Monday. I love Mondays. Mondays were never my favorite day, but now because we have Make It Monday, it is a wahoo kachoo day for me. I enjoy Mondays. Love them. All right, I've got my glasses on. I'm gonna tell you that the bundle retails for $97.95. Please forgive my blue on here because my fingers were blue at the time. $97.95. Your price is just $19.99 for everything that's in the bag. $19.99. You cannot buy any of these products open stock. It's by the bundle only. So if the embossing folder is the one thing you love, 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 you may have to go find that at another retailer. It would probably be $11.99 or $12.99, or you could just get the whole bundle for $19.99. You choose. We leave it up to you. And the bundles are limited, so keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. It is so good to spend my Mondays with you. One of my favorite parts of the entire week. My Mondays, my Thursdays, and my Saturdays. Because that's when I do my YouTubes and my live chats. I get to spend those time with you. All right, there we go. See, ignore my blue. I had luster wax on my fingers. Here's the bundle. Let me show you what's inside. So first thing, I have got an embossing folder for you. So I've got a lovely embossing folder for you. We are actually going to be working with this embossing folder today. I have a cute little Christmas die set for you. The circle, the tree, everything in there, it's everything. And wait till you see the samples using all of this product. Love it. And then I've got our little Santa and our little penguins with the balloons. Now everything is separate, so you can use the balloons just on their own. You can use the Santa just on its own, and the penguin. It doesn't have to be all put together. Those balloons and clouds, those can be used all year round. And then I have a Thinlit, which is snowflakes that will cut into your paper and cut the snowflakes out. Really pretty samples to go with this, and a very unusual die, but so easy to use. And then last, I have our Christmas ornaments. A little whimsical, a little retro, some quirky going on there. I love the little garland that you get with it, and I'm going to be playing with these today as well. So before I get started, before I show you samples, in fact, I'm going to pull this one out. I want to play with these for a little bit. I'm never going to get it back in. Let's just be clear. I'm just going to pull the whole thing out because I'm never going to get it back in. There we go. All right, so I have got this set that I'm going to play with, and I'm going to use it in conjunction with here. So everything you need comes in this set. I've got all the little baubles that come in it. All the little pieces come in, all the little decorator pieces. There is a ton of product in this set. The little garland, the little strings for your baubles. But today I wanted to keep it pretty simple. I wanted to keep this pretty simple because I have got stunning samples to show you. Finished samples that the girls have made. But I thought, you know what, let's keep this simple as if somebody is just starting with their Big Shot machine. They just got it and they're playing and they want to do something easy peasy. I'm going to grab my black card bases from Sizzix. These are an A6 card base. There's 10 card bases and there are 10 envelopes. And they have them in maybe 12 or 15 colors. Today I'm just going to use the black and white. Now when we put these on sale, 10 envelopes, 10 card bases, they retail for $4.99, and when we put them on sale, they're $3.99. They're an amazing value. But today I'm going to take them and I'm not going to necessarily use it as a card base. In fact, I'm going to cut my card base up. And you're like, wait, what? Yes, I'm going to cut my card base up because I really want the white core that is inside of this paper. So this card base isn't a solid core all the way through. It's white core, which means the paper started as white on both sides and the black was printed onto it. What that means is I have the availability to do an emboss and a sand. And because it's not black all the way through, as I sand it, that white is going to come up and you're going to see that embossing better. I think I'm going to take and I want to cut some of my little baubles right out of the black. So I'm going to take my 3 that I'm going to use today. And I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want them. I'm going to bring my Sizzix Big Shot machine over because that is the machine we of choice here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. You will see that I use this machine in almost every one of my videos. It is a workhorse for sure and a tool that is something you will use again and again and again for many years. Now I have my base plate that comes with the machine and my solo shim that comes with the machine. And then you do get 2 clear plates that come with the machine. And as you can see, mine isn't clear anymore. And that's because I use it to die cut all the time. And the dies will cut into that plate. That's what they're supposed to do. At some point, you'll need to replace your plates. because they will have been used so much. And then I'm going to grab something that I call a do not cut plate. And this can be any plate from Sizzix. It can be their mint or their blueberry, or this was an exclusive plate that I did with them years ago. This plate I try not to cut into. I try to keep it as flat as possible. It started out as crystal clear, and as you can see, it's not anymore. That's not because I've cut into it. That's from putting it into my machine with the roller and the pressure of the roller just kind of putting a little bit of a haze on it. So I want to use this, and as you can see, I've kind of put my little dies right toward it, kind of centered. I'm trying to get a twofer out of this. Like a twofer. Yeah, we're going to try for a twofer. So I'm going to put I've got my base platform. I've got my solo shim. I've got my first cut plate. I have got my Sizzix card base in black, cut in half because all Sizzix card bases are white core. I have got my Sizzix dies down right on top and my do not cut plate. And then I'm just going to send this on through. And because these dies are an open frame die, meaning they're not intricate, little creaks and cracks are a good thing. It's your machine saying, I'm die cutting. So little creaks and cracks are good. And because these are an open frame die, meaning they're completely open, there's no intricate lattice work going on in any of these, very simple dies. I don't need a precision base plate. And quite honestly, I could have just rolled once and come back and they would have been fine. So just like that, I've cut my 3 shapes out, but I've also got this item left too. And this is where the twofer part wants to come in. I can take this and use this to make something completely different. I'm not going to throw this away. This is a whole nother card, a whole nother Christmas card just waiting to be made. So for every black card you cut, you actually can make 2 cards because you're going to get the dies and you're going to get the negative. That is a twofer, and that's what we love. We love expanding. So not only are you getting $19.99 for the deal, but I'm showing you how to do a twofer so you expand your opportunity even more. Now I want to take these and I'm going to put them in my embossing folder. And this is the embossing folder that is in the $19.99 Make It Monday bundle. It's got some cute little leaves in there, and it looks like little tiny stars, almost little like floral snowflakes. Is it crazy Christmas? No, but it's going to do exactly what I need it to do. I want to have that Sizzix always facing up. That way I know this is the bottom and this is the top of my embossing folder. And I just want to put my little ornaments right on in. And I'm just going to randomly put them in and close it up. Now, to make this work, this is a thicker embossing folder than typical. Well, there we go. This is thicker than a typical embossing folder, much thicker. So the platform to send it through is going to be a little different. Typically with an embossing folder, you would have your base platform. I'm going to put those back in just a minute. You would have your clear plate, your embossing folder, and your do not cut plate. But if I do this, if this is the sandwich I try and I bring it over to my machine, I can tell you my machine is going to it's going to say no go. It is not going to want it. It'll take it only so far. And then let me go back just so you can see. It will take it only so far, and then it's going to say, no more. You never want to force something through your machine. You're going to back it out and you're going to say, oh, there must be a different sandwich for this. And this is our sandwich. So it's really just a matter of kind of trying. But if you look at your base platform, they will tell you. For the embossing folder that I'm doing, see how it's darkly, it's got a color to it. It's a Sizzix embossing folder. I use my base platform. I put my embossing folder right on my base platform. It's not going to harm it at all because there's nothing here that's going to cut into my base platform. I go ahead, let's put my little doodads back in here. 1, 2, 3, and then just one plate over the top. And it doesn't matter if it's a cut plate, if it's a do not cut plate, makes no difference. What that's going to allow me to do is now send this, oh, see how it's rolling? Send this through my machine, easy peasy, mac and cheesy. It's not having any difficulties at all. It's a very simple roll. And when I'm done, what I have been able to do is take this embossing folder and add that detail into my baubles, my ornaments. I've now added that embossing detail into my ornaments. So I'm going to set my embossing folder over to the side for just a moment. And I'm going to take, and for me, I'm going to sand these just a little bit. So I've got my sanding block right here. And I'm going to give just a little bit of a sand just to expose some of the white. I want to see that white kind of come through. And this is where having white core paper is handy because you can take it and you can make that embossing feature pop. Sometimes you want that embossing feature to look just like it does and just be a soft background. Sometimes you want it to be just a soft background. And sometimes you want it to pop a little bit. And using a white core paper will allow you to do that. And the Sizzix cards and envelopes, they are thick. They're a thick paper and they're white core. And a black white core paper can be a little challenging to find. So I want to give each of these just a little bit of a sand. Just to bring that embossing element up just a little bit. It really does add a little something to it, but that's not where we're going to stop. I just want to get that white exposed because I'm going to take a little something else from Sizzix and go right over the top of these. And by having that paper white, it's going to accept that color beautifully. So they don't scream Christmas, which I kind of like. You'll be able to tell they're Christmas based off of the finished design. And maybe you've got an embossing folder that's got snowflakes all over it or something like that. I like that you can take a non-traditional embossing folder and use it with a traditional element to make something else. All right, I think we're good. So I've got my 3. Let me go back down because I'm not going to use my Big Shot machine right now. So I've got my 3 little elements there, and then I'm going to bring over my Sizzix Luster Wax. Now, Luster Wax is a product by Sizzix. I have got the 7 colors that I helped develop and are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple right now. Luster Wax is a true wax-based product, meaning it can go over, it's kind of like a furniture polish. It can go over wood and glass and metal and plastic and paper and. It just works on everything. It is not water-based, it is wax-based. It has kind of an orange blossom smell to it, and it is, if you're doing 3D printing, these are magnificent on what you print, 3D printing, because it covers everything. It can be very opaque or it can be very sheer and translucent. But no matter what color you use, it is beautiful. These are the 7 that I helped develop, and there are original colors like gold and silver and rose gold, which looks more like copper. There's a charcoal and an ivory and a mystical. Those are original colors. These were new this year that I launched and are only available here. I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna kind of put a little bit over each of my black ornaments. And because I've sanded it to white, that luster wax is really going to pop. It's gonna look gorgeous. So let's do it in, I think let's go blue and pink and maybe the yellow? I don't know, let's try. This is not gold, this is absolute yellow for sure. So I think I'll put maybe the yellow in the middle and I'm gonna do this one in the middle. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of my luster wax and I am using just a very small dauber. These are minis. No, I don't have them back yet. They are by a company that is international and I'm doing my best to get them back, but I just don't have them yet. Last time it took us almost a year to get them. They're just a typical dauber like the other types of daubers that have the Velcro, only these are teeny, teeny, tiny. And really let me get in here with the luster wax and either put it back in my jar or grab some. Now the foam sponges I'm using are the original foam sponges that I've been using. The foam doesn't get all hard. Because this is a wax-based product, it doesn't dry out the way a water-based product would, where your foam becomes all kind of icky and you can't use it again. And these are a wood dauber, so I just took my luster wax and went around the outsides of the wood so I could see my color that I'm using. All right, let's add a little bit. It looks beautiful on the black. It highlights on the white and just adds a little something something to my ornament. And I don't want to do too much. I don't want to, if I wanted to, I could cover the black up entirely. I just want to add a little shine, a little sheen to it. Pretty. Okay, so let's do the pink and let's do the blue. A little bit of luster wax goes a long way. You can always add more. And I'm just trying to go over it. Not to cover up my black, just to add a little bit of shine and sheen and luster to my black. So now I've got my blue and I've got my gold. Well, yellow, it's not gold. Trust me, when you pull out the gold, it's a remarkable difference. And then last, let's do the pink. So maybe a little non-traditional. Just some fun colors. So this is a great craft to do with kids because it is not messy. And because you are using card bases as your paper, it's all built right into you. And it's so affordable. When you're talking about $3.99 and you could cut 20 of your baubles and then another $3.99 you could get 2 of these so that you have white card bases to put them on. You could make 20 cards for under $30, $19.99, $3.99. I mean, you really have an opportunity. Of course, you could take it a lot further too, but all right, so I've got my 3 colors there. My 3 baubles ready to go. Now I'm going to grab a white card base. And what color do we want to go around? Do we want to do it in the yellow to go around? I'm going to add a little bit of color all the way around. How about maybe a little bit of the pink? We're going to go totally non-traditional here. So I've got my card base and I've got it closed. And I'm going to take my luster wax and I'm just going to use it as an edge. I'm going to put kind of a distressing edge over it with my luster wax. And again, because it is a wax-based product, it is very easy to use and it dries super fast. This does not stay wet like an ink. This is like, ooh, we're going to dry it really fast. And I can come in here and kind of get a little edge going. Just so my card isn't all white. I want to add a little bit of color to it, just so it's got a little pop and a little pizzazz. You'll find that luster wax becomes something of a go-to because it is so user-friendly on all of your surfaces. And a little goes a long way. All right. I think that's good. I hear somebody sharpening a pencil. Did you hear that? I bet that's Rochelle sharpening a pencil. All right, so I've left a little white in the middle. Can you see the pretty, ooh, and it is dry. It dries super fast. Look at the sheen on that. It is beautiful. Now I can take and I can layer my little baubles right on here. And I can decide, okay, yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna want them. But make sure that my card is facing the right way, Stacy. Oh. Now in that set that the baubles have, there are strings. Hello, set, where did you go? Oh, there are the little die to make your strings. There's a little garland. There is the little tops for your ornaments. I think I will make the little tops and maybe I'll make a few little hollies. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make some tops for my ornaments, and I'm going to do those out of should we do them out of silver? I think the silver with the pink would be pretty. I'm going to do them out of silver. So I'm just going to cut a little piece. This is Opulent Paper by Sizzix. It's part of the silver pack, and I've cut a little piece of silver for myself because this die is very small. It has all three tops in it. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Stacy tape and put the Stacy tape right on the back of this little piece of paper, making an instant sticker. Stacy tape is a double-sided adhesive. It is super long, super strong, and really, really affordable. It will hold beads and glitter, and you can even put embossing powder on it and heat it because it's heat resistant. It will hold fabric and metal. It holds just about everything. So I've got a little bit of Stacy tape on the back, and I've got my paper on the front. I'm going to bring my die cutting machine over, and I'm going to cut those. I'm not going to care if I don't cut all the way through the back. All I care about is that my top piece comes off. So when you are die cutting and you're using an adhesive on the back, if it doesn't cut all the way through, don't throw it away. Just pop the piece of paper that you need right off of it, and that should be enough. It doesn't matter that it doesn't cut all the way through. We're going to peel this off and throw it away anyway. And then maybe I'll do some maybe I'll do some of the Holly leaves, but where did I just put them? I just had them. Holly leaves. Hello, holly leaves. Where did you go? You were literally just here. Oh, they're on my thing. There we go. I'm like looking for them. I was going to take my gotcha and start going over everything, but there they are. Okay. So holly leaves. Do I want to do them in green? Or maybe I'll just cut them in gold. I think I'm going to cut some in gold. And if I don't like them, I'll do them in green. In the green luster wax. I don't know. Decisions. Okay, so there's my green. I'm going to try and cut 2 pieces of paper at one time. Wish me luck. That way I get 4 holly leaves in one shot. Now my luster wax is already dry. And I'm going to try and cut 2 sheets of paper at one time. Let's see how it goes. All it can do is say, nope. So I'm bringing my Big Shot machine back. I have got my base platform. I've got my solo shim. I have got my mirror silver paper with my little tops on it. I've got Stacy tape on. Oh, nope. I need my clear cut plate. Thank you. Clear cut plate, then my mirrored paper with my Stacy tape on the back of it. Then my die, ridges face down. And then my 2 hollies. And let's see, let's grab my do not cut plate and see where we go. Sounded pretty good. Time will tell. Now I did not put Stacy tape on the back of the holly because I'm already asking it to cut through 2 pieces of paper. And remember, these dies are wafer style dies, so it's just a small little edge that's cutting this paper, and yes, it cut. Here are my other 2. So now I have some holly to play with. Maybe I'll cut 2 more. I've got my little toppers to play with. Let's bring my paper back over and my ornaments back over. And some tweezers. I have my Simply Defined tweezers back in stock after 3 years. But you know what? Patience pays off. I can put that one there. And I can put this one here. Now these did cut all the way out without any problem with Stacy tape on the back through Opulent paper. And again, Opulent paper is beautiful paper by Sizzix. So if I do that, then I can do maybe 1, 2. And then maybe 1 on each side. Okay, I think we're getting there. All right, I think we're going to start taping everything down. So I'm just going to grab some Stacy tape and get my little baubles in place. Right down the center. Now I've pulled it a little bit too long. I'm not going to sit here and try and cut that off. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull my liner off, and I'm gonna take that Stacy tape and put it right back onto each other. That's the beauty of double-sided tape, is that it will go right back onto each other, and poof, you're done. You don't have to sit there with your scissors trying to make it work. Okay, there's one. Let's get my second one down. So I didn't use all the little added goodies that come with this set because it has different elements that you can decorate these baubles with. I just used the embossing folder that you're going to get to kind of keep it simple. A little bit of luster wax. So there's no paper layering here. You'll see oodles of paper layering in the samples, and it is absolutely beautiful. Same thing, I cut it too long, I'm just gonna let it be. But if this is new to you, I want you to see that you don't have to do all of that if you don't want to. You choose your level of creativity. You choose it as you are growing with your craft. Okay, so I've got my 3 down. Now my 3 little tops, which do have Stacy tape on the back of them. So it is an instant sticker. All I have to do is peel off the liners and put them down. And I'm just using my tweezers just to pull those liners right off. And then I can put it right down on top. Let's get all of them down and see what I end up doing. My tweezers have a super fine tip, like really, really fine tip. They're called fussy tweezers. And they really are meant to make your life a little easier. There's nothing better than a good pair of tweezers and a good pair of scissors. All right, so I've got all 3 little bauble tops on. All 3 little bauble tops are getting there. And then, I don't know, I suppose we could take and use the little dies to do the strings. I'm a girl who's like, let's just go for it. So I'm just gonna cut a piece of paper. Again, this is out of the Gold Opulent pack. Well, we'll try. I think this is on. I just cut a piece of paper, and I'm gonna use my sticky dots. So sticky dots is a Simply Defined product. There's 10 sheets in here. I don't want to lose my little hollies. I don't want to lose my little die. I've got 10 sheets of sticky dots there, 8 by 10. On one side, there is literally hundreds of thousands of dots here, adhesive dots, and you can tell the difference between different brands of sticky dots. Mine really do stick. Now, if you are in a humid place or some kind of or hot, you may want to take and wipe some of the sticky dots off the liner. This is the top piece and it shouldn't have any, but sometimes due to the heat or humidity, they will transfer. So if you just wipe it down, it clears it and you're good to go. I can put this anywhere on here and it's going to pick up all those dots, making it an instant sticker. And I'm not gonna have goobers and I'm not gonna have strings kind of coming off of it. Easiest way to do intricate dies are with sticky dots. I am no longer the only person to manufacture these. There are a few others and you try them and see which ones you like best. And put that right down and then pop that right off. Zoop. And put this right down. And pop it right off. And a little cut. Oh, cut. Let's put it back down. And now sticky dots are repositionable until they become permanent, and they will become permanent. So you've got some time to play and move, just not all day long. All right, I am getting there. Now looking at it, I think I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to save this piece and use this for something else. I think instead of doing it on the, I think I'm going to kind of cut this down a little bit. You're like, wait, what are you doing? I changed my mind. Happens a lot when I'm crafting. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to take a little off the side. And a little off the side. And a little off the bottom. So now I could have just used a piece of white paper for this, but that's okay. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to put it on a black card base because I've got the black ornaments. I think I'm going to do it on a black card base, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more to it. I want a super fine frame around it. I think I'm going to add a silver frame around it. Oh, and I need to add my holly. Oh, that works. So I'm just going to do a super fine frame around it just to make it pop a little bit more. So I'm going to grab my Stacy tape and we're going to put it down. Now you would do a better job of taping. I'm just trying to get it down so that you can see what it looks like. So I'm going to expose my sticky and expose my sticky. You would do a much better job of taping down. And then I'm going to line it up here with a really fine border around it. And then I'm going to trim it out. And is my trimming going to be perfect? No, I freehand. So it's going to be close. And I'm going to be good. And it's handmade. And whomever I give this to is going to know it's handmade. A little bit off this side and just square it up. You know what? I'm going to be good with that. Bring over my black card base. A little bit off over here. Okay, I just wanted it to pop a little bit more. And I still have my little my little hollies to add if I want, and a sentiment. So I'm gonna put my little hollies down right on my sticky dots. Talk about easy peasy. Give them a good rub so that the dots transfer off the sheet onto my paper. And then I can decide where to put them. One there. One there. Nope. Not enough on the back of that one. Gosh, and maybe I want a few little red blings, but I don't have any bling over here. Just a few little red blings. Okay, I'm getting there. Now I would put a few little red blings in here just to make it go a little bit, or even clear bling, but I don't have any in front of me. But just like that, poof, I've got an easy peasy card. It did not take much. It was not messy. I have not made a mess all over my table. I have not made a mess all over my hands, and the dies were simple to use. Oh, it would be helpful if I put it down onto my card base. I wonder if I don't think I have any red bling over there. And I used my black card base to cut out my little baubles so I could sand them. And then added that luster wax over the top to give a little bit of a shine. And then I put it on a white card base, but I changed my mind. It happens. Now all I need is a little sentiment and some little bling to put up where my holly is, and I am good to go. I am looking for my... So here, I still have this piece left. And I could put it onto a white card base. And in fact, I started this one here just to get it going. But we won't have time to finish it today. Where I took my card base and I embossed my card base, this is a white card base, and I put my entire white card base through my embossing folder, and then I took some luster wax and literally just scribbled right onto my card base. It wasn't even a pretty scribble. It was just a scribble. I just put it on there and then I layered it down. Because I don't want to not use everything. And then I can go in there and finish it out, giving you the opportunity to make 2 out of 1. So when you look at those $3.99 card bases and envelopes, because that's what they are when they're on sale, the opportunity is limitless because they are white core, because you can sand them, because you can put some luster wax over the top and make these card bases more than what they are. Use them as your paper. Sure, everything fits perfectly because they are meant to go together. Love, love, love. So this is what we did today using our $19.99 Make It Monday bundle from Sizzix. Inside that bundle is a little bit of happiness. So I have got this die right here, and let me grab these just real quick. I'm looking for the piece that goes with this one. Oh, this die right here has all of the pieces here to help you put together a beautiful finished project. Now you could just use the circle, you could just use the tree. All of this makes up the Santa and the presents, the snow, all of it right there. Then we have the balloons. And here's the storyboard for the balloons. Gives you all the pieces that you're going to get. But here's the storyboard for the balloons. And then I have the baubles that I did. Here are all the different pieces you get with those baubles. But here they are all put together. See, I could have used the rest of the little garland to finish mine out. Right in there. And then I have got the die. This is a great die because not only do you get the positive and the negative. So this is going to cut into your paper, but then you get all these fallouts that you can create into something else. Plus you get an added snowflake element. And the embossing folder. Now I did this one half with luster wax and half without, just so you could see the difference by adding luster wax to it. Maybe you want that soft, simple background to just add a little bit of depth, a little bit of texture, or maybe you want it a little more pizzazzy. Maybe you want that background to pop a little bit more. This is where you need a little texture, but you want the background to almost disappear. And this is where you have that embossing folder and you want that background to stand out more. And we used it on die cuts. And then here it is on white paper and just inked. So those are all the items that you get in the bundle for $19.99. And I can promise you any one of these may have retailed, with the exception of the embossing folder, any one of these may have retailed for close to that price all by itself. Oh, I've got two of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All of that for $19.99 from Sizzix. Let me show you some samples. How cute is this? Here you've got the embossing folder. You've got the circle from the one die, and you've just kept it simple, and it is not Christmas at all. Just a note to say hello. Has nothing to do with Christmas. Look at him flying on by. Now that doesn't have to be Santa. He's in blue. Love the balloons, love the clouds. You're going to get them all. Oh, look at how darling is the shaker. Oh my goodness, so cute. And here is that wonderful die. So they've used the circle from this set, and then they used this right here. See how they backed it? And then you could take this and cover this all up with a piece of white paper, and that would just completely disappear. Love that. And then we have their baubles, which are amazing. So totally different than mine. Theirs are all done up and wow, and mine are a little more simple, a little bit more humble, but definitely something for everybody. When you can get two completely different looks from one set of dies, that's always an impressive moment. You ready? Oh, you ready? It happens. Look at how cute he is. And again, that is using this set right here. So, darling, ready? I don't edit my videos, so what you see is what you get. When it's right, and when it's wrong, we make it right. Look at how pretty is this. Look at how pretty is this. It's just lovely. And the baubles, so pretty. I'm not sure how you say no to $19.99 when you have this much opportunity. This much opportunity. There, it's cut in, and they put a piece of the opulent behind it for the shimmer. These are the dies that come with it. The little snowflakes. So something for everybody, an opportunity for every level of crafter to start crafting. He's like off the side. He's laying on the top of that one. Okay, I'm just gonna go with it. Now he is Santa with balloons. I'm just gonna go with it. We will have the bundle on sale. I'll put the luster wax on sale, the 7 newer colors for 2023. I'll go ahead and do those as well because you're gonna need them. And we'll do the Couture Creations blending and the white and the black card bases. That way you've got everything you need to play. And maybe make it a family event where you, even if you pre-die cut these and then let them emboss it. Kids love throwing this into the embossing folders, sending it through and seeing what happens. And with the luster wax being so easy to use and so user-friendly, the kids can just go right in there and add their colors and just start making their own Christmas cards to give at holiday time. They always feel so special when they've made something to give to somebody else. And this should be easy enough for just about anybody to accomplish. There was no fuss, no muss, no mess. All right, so this was today's Make It Monday event featuring Sizzix. We've got the 1 bundle on sale. Remember, you can't get the items open stock. It's the bundle or it isn't. You can find the items open stock elsewhere, but probably at full price. So $19.99 or not, and then I've thrown in a few extra items so that if you want to be able to use luster wax and play with it or have a good time and you've never tried it before, this is a great opportunity to get it. And the white and black card bases, well, I love the black because it's white core, and that's a little harder to find. So, as long as you order everything out of the Make It Monday category, you can order anything that's in that category, and you have your order paid for by the date shown, your order will expedite out to you. Absolutely. You just can't add any items in from another category because we can't pull them downstairs in our retail store. It has to be a very finite amount of product so that we can go as fast as we can when we are not helping customers or answering the phone calls or answering emails. So if this speaks to you and you love a value and you love Sizzix and you love the opportunity to try something new, Make It Mondays are all about you. So I am Stacy and I'm about to say ready, set, go. I just did ready, set, go. I have probably talked long enough to turn everything on. The event is now live. It is only for 1 week, and then it all disappears. The bundles are gone, and well, we move on to our next Make It Monday event. So join me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern for our Make It Monday events and our Thursday new events from lots of different manufacturers where I do show you the latest and greatest, the newest products. And then Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. Sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom for our full-length technique-based classes, our Saturday with Stacy YouTube classes. All right, you guys, ready, set, go. Go, 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 go. Have fun, and I will see you again on Thursday. Until then, I'm Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye, everybody.